it's my pleasure. I'm glad we were able to connect yesterday, and I look forward to connecting today as well. Hey y'all, so as life would have it, today got super busy, and so I was unable to vlog as much as I would have liked to vlog, but just to be consistent with and authentic with the day, I'll just go ahead and summarize what happened. And so I had 3 inpatient, one over the phone psychotherapy appointment, and then 2 new psychotherapy appointments. 2 sessions were an hour each, and then another session was actually, the patient was 30 minutes late, and then we actually met for an hour and a half. And so that's atypical, but that's what happened. And then afterwards I received like 2 pages, and so I was in person with patients for an additional 2 hours, and that's how my day ended. The in between that, I had some technological difficulties, and so I had to meet with a tech person to help set up and troubleshoot the technological issues that I was having to be able to log on to my computer. From there, that's when I had the last 2 patients. Patients need, so my role is twofold. I serve as both an LCSW and a liaison. So the liaison role is responding to any positive distress screenings, whether that's a patient expressing a concern. Patients can express suicide ideation. They can express a form of abuse. It could be intimate partner violence. It could be, and that could be physical, that could be financial, that could be emotional. And from there, and then sometimes it could just, the patient could just be really tearful because I'm at a cancer center. So a lot of the cases are where patients are recently diagnosed or newly diagnosed with the cancer. So this is their first diagnosis. Sometimes patients are receiving screenings and they're maintaining it, and so maybe they're fearful that it's going to return and they're going to have a recurrence. Other times they are actually having a recurrence, and so the cancer returns, and they're emotional about that, rightfully so, and so then I provide that support to them. So the rest of my story, so like the issues could vary. I'm basically notified in our system called Epic. The goal is for me to try to connect with those patients in person. If I can connect with the patient in person, then we believe that the patient is likely to engage in services. And there is a hit or miss because, sometimes patients just not ready yet. Like there was a patient I saw in person, share with them our services. So our services, like if I meet a patient, I'll learn a little bit more about their distress, learn a little bit more about what's going on, and then I'll kind of introduce our services to them. As I'm providing supportive counseling, I will shower services that include psychiatry, psychology, nutritional counseling, spiritual counseling, massage therapy, acupuncture, and case management with our social workers. So sharing those services with them, letting them know what's available to them, and then connecting them to those services, placing an order for those services for them to be scheduled for that if and when they are ready for that. I can, depending on the patient's availability and my availability, schedule them to see me for psychotherapy. From there, there's a lot of collaborating with the other providers, like the NPs, the MDs, DOs, And then of course I work part of an interdisciplinary team, so I work alongside with the chaplain, with the registered dietitian, with the psychologist, the psychiatrist, the oncologist, the nurses. The list goes on and on. We have a speech language pathologist. We have a massage therapist, we have an acupuncturist. So there's so many different things that we have. So anyway, that is kind of the summary of my It's kind of a rare moment where I am going to inpatient. I don't go to inpatient a lot, but I go sometimes. And so I thought I'd just bring you all along with me. I am going to inpatient to do some case management. I'm covering for a colleague, and their role is a little bit more case management than my role, but they received a referral to help someone potentially complete some FMLA paperwork. So a lot of times when persons are dealing with chronic conditions, they have to take time off from work, and so they have to complete those documents, and they get up to 12 weeks of unpaid leave. So we'll probably end up discussing the financial aspects of that too, and just kind of research. So I just got through visiting the 10th floor. Long story short, that individual was not present. That's also like one of the challenges you have of working in a hospital setting, is that you're kind of working around other people's schedules. So if that person's not available, or if an impromptu procedure or surgery occurs, or if there's a medical emergency, or just for whatever reason the patient's just not in their room, it could be for testing, screenings, etc., then you just miss that patient. So I'll just document it, and then it's not uncommon for a colleague just shared with me that it's not uncommon for them to wait until patients are discharged to follow up with them by phone, so that they can catch the patient.